Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and innovative and amazing Propagandacast with your host Imperial Dane, the one and only master propaganda heroes like defender of the fatherland. Off here to a 1v1 on Villa Fiore in the northwest. It is Oziligath, the finest Frenchman ever to grace company of heroes. Off here with the Italian army. Well, the DAK with some Italians in it. Forming up here with the 3rd Panzergrenadier Division, 5th Panzergrenadier Company supported by a Battlegroup Regiment. In the southeast it is Noop, fighting here for America, freedom, democracy and liberty. Here with the 3rd Armored Division, tasked by Patton to dealing with this German advance on their flank towards Roma. We got bikes there for Oziligath, and we got engineers and jeeps out of Noop. Both players with the battlegroup right away. It's exciting stuff. As always, big hearty thanks to my patron supporters for the continued generous and absolutely wonderful support of the Propagandacast. Keeps making all these videos possible. And a big thanks to those who keep commenting and liking on them. Helps out immensely with the YouTube algorithms. And a big thanks to Felix for donating and support the Propagandacast. Jeep rushing in, and of course, with Veterans 1, he can just start grabbing that point because while he does have an ability as well, or has a second ability you can pick, making like, set down machine guns and mortars, most players just go for the capture abilities. That's typically just, a lot more useful and a lot more annoying to deal with. Rifle squad there for Mr. Noob. 2nd Bessieri squad out here for Oziligath. The Bessieri was sort of a mid-tier Italian infantry unit. It was sort of like originally a marksman unit back in the olden days. But of course by World War II was sort of this motorized regiment, if you sort of will. They're sort of like the closer the Italians kind of gets like Panzer Grenadiers, if you will. What is it? So, little fun fact there. Bessieri at the moment getting shot at by the Jeep. Up north here we got shots fired from a Panzer Pioneer as the Scouts rushing for the doors there. Panzer Pioneer rushing for the other end. And in the south here, Jeep being overwhelmed by Italian troops coming in with their Carcano bolt action rifles. We got the Light Support Company here. So far, fairly standard build order here for Oziligath. There's Bessieri anyways, the Italian combined arms. There's 2 Bessieri bike and then fast tech. Engineers moving from the south. Jeep up north continues to take fire there from the Italian troops there. 2nd Rifle Squad, they're slowly arriving here for Noop. And Jeep arriving here to assist against the engineers here. The grease gun wielding fellows already losing Bob there. And Bobbert could even go down there as well. Jeep, they're still fighting at it. And we got Rifle now pouring in, taking fire from the Italian troops. A lot of action here, a lot of danger. Jeep, they're pulling back. He still has yet to pop self-repair. He's clearly trying to push his luck as much as possible here against Oziligath for popping it. I hope just get repaired with the engineers. So there's a lot of action going on here in the end. Oziligath and the 3rd Panzergrenadier nearly claim to the center here for now. We got a 3rd squad of Bessieri out there. And yes, they did actually have those big feathers in their hats. They also had them in their helmets as a fun side fact as well. And they did have helmets for, when fighting in Italy and not just North Africa. Little fun fact. Even more fun fact, they actually have both versions in the game. So it seems like the helmet version with a more, less tropical uniform are for the Wehrmacht. But when we get them, who knows? That's it, with all this cleaning up they've been doing with the game, maybe we can find some more battle groups. But anyways, that's another story, I imagine. Info support's in here for Noop, pushing forwards here with the forces of freedom, democracy, liberty. Can spam? Yes, can spam. Arriving pulling into the Panzer Pioneer here. Bessieri rushing forwards. And we got an ambulance on the way there for Oziligath to provide crucial healing for his men. We also got the bolter there. Arriving flanking around here, putting more pressure here. Fight here around the center, starting to look a bit less great here for Oziligath. He's keeping at it, but the question, of course, at this point is for how much longer should he keep this up? I mean, he could try and launch a flank, but he's got 2 squads here that are in such a poor condition. They're just gonna, be a waste of manpower. His ambulance right, he's also falling back here. I think has forgotten about them. Oh, he's waiting for the ambulance to move up. This is a bit more active ambulance user here. Clearly taunting the Americans. Look at this, Americana. We have medical health care. We don't have to worry about bankrupting us. Goddamn Krauts. Goddamn Nazis. Jürgen, stop taunting them. You know how the Americans get when you taunt them about that. And we got strength and steel. We got weapon supporters in it as well there. Not uncommon, but it's not the most common thing either. It's sort of, in between the commonality against the DAK, but still somewhat popular. Bike heading southwards there, rushing ahead. We got Niels in the south being caught here with the bike out in the open. Already there, Bobbert goes down. A plumber from Tennessee, who wasn't very good at it though. And in fact was voted twice worst plumber in Tennessee 2 years in a row. So, fire support elements there for Oziligath. Route squad captain, they're doing what they can here. Up north, we got the Jeep, they're seizing the northern victory point. Italian forces slowly probing ahead. Route squad, they also forced out of the premises. The Italians are quick to claim a rent. So what's next here? Fast problems unlikely looking at a flak filling here. Jeep going for the munitions point up north. Ambulance there being used quite actively here by Oziligath. In this case an Opel Blitz though. A variety of vehicles of course could be used as ambulances. Of course 250 and a half tracks were used. I think even the 250 half track. They'd even use the Kugelwagen as an ambulance at times. So there's certainly a variety of vehicles that could fall into that role. Some of the Americans will also even use Jeeps as ambulances from time to time. Weasels were also used for that one as well, so again. Some fun facts. The Jeep they're getting veterans 1 engineers, scouts probing 40. We got minesweepers clearly here, Nuke already starting to concern himself about the possibility that Oziligath could be laying down mines. And interesting enough, we actually haven't seen any mines out of Oziligath though. He would actually benefit a lot from it. We got Panzerjägers out here. American force pushing 40, spearheaded by Captain Bob Robertson out of Wisconsin. There we go, massive grenades being chucked here. A lot of damage on both sides. Bike hits a mine. So we did actually have a mine there for Oziligath, and boy was that a good mine. Taking out the Jeep, clipping here Noob's wings, making him a lot less fast here against Oziligath. SEA holding up here, Kakano bolt action after snapping off shots. Probably shouldn't have charged in the units like that. I mean, the one reason you could argue should have done that is actually just to draw with fire from the route squad moving in which case these are basically just, you know, a decoy. That's not necessarily a bad tactic though. We got grenades being chucked here. Bike got the fuel point. Really good counter harassment here by Oziligath. Nuke with the M8. Scott, wow, in a 1v1. Seems like more people are starting to realize, hang on, this thing is, you know, decent. So there you go. M8 Scott out here. Rolling forwards there. A 75mm howitzer based off the Stuart light tank chassis.
30 machine guns have been made available.
There's a fun vehicle there rushing forwards. Charging there for the bike, pushing it back. And of course, got veterans 1. Bazooka team as well there for Nuke. Panzerjägers moving forwards here. Scott there, definitely has to be careful there. Go rolling in. Good shots there, punching through the Scott's armor. Scott was quick to return the favor, but still, for now, Oziligath does appear to have sort of wrested control here from the Americans for now. 3rd Panzer Gun who's shown there, pushing ahead here, supported by plenty of Italians. We got the Breda Modello 30 light machine gun. One of the worst light machine guns of the war, due to being flawed in a lot of ways. It was certainly a unique light machine in a lot of ways, but most of those were flawed designs. Like, for example, its magazine was fed by stripper clips, so if the magazine is, that is, the magazine, you know, wasn't external in the sense it was internal, meaning if it got damaged, the light machine gun effectively became useless. That's just one way. Route squad are taking a lot of damage. Flanking in there from the house. Catch the route squad there downwind. We do get a quick grenade out there. Oziligath quickly dodges out, but again, quickly pops in. And the south back goes the route squad. Bazooka team pulling forwards. And we got the flak filling half tech almost done it for Oziligath. Clearly observed with infantry. Not going to be that useful against a Scot, but it does force the rest of Noob's infantry to be more careful. There you go. Breda wielding Italians though. Getting smacked apart here by a Mark II frag grenade. SEA setting up shop here by the center victory point up north there. Other squad moving in there. And we got the Scot here just hammering off rounds. Flak filming in there. The Scot just slowly gets a bit of distance in there. Bazooka team, they're taking massive amounts of damage. Noob here will need to be careful. I get what he's trying to do here, but I also get why Oziligath is just immediately treating, because he's actually a pretty good chance of wiping him as well there. So definitely a bit risky here. Though of course now Oziligath is risking both flak filling and Panzerjägers here. And the Scot keeps driving forwards here. Also, it is worth noting right now, Oziligath has no anti-tank weapons except, well, those really. Still, Oziligath maintaining great map control. We got Noob here with a second Scot. Good God, volley. This definitely does expose a bit of weakness in Oziligath's force composition currently, because he doesn't have a lot of, like, you know, significant anti-tank. Plus, the double Scots kind of force them to like go for something besides the pack forties, because the Scots could deal with that pretty well. Even the Panzergers have to be careful there. So Oziligath have to like either go for Mars, in this case, pull for the Panzer Company and then the Panzer Army Commando, and then Panzer IIIs or Flak 36. Line goes off here, Scout taking several losses. You can see they're just Noob swinging through here, going for that isolated base here, scored with double Scots here. A lot of high explosives there being unloaded into the Italian forces there.
The victory point is being taken from us.
Doing a fair bit of damage. Panzer Army Commando almost done here for Oziligath. And, ooh, nice little bit of grenade retreat path. Only got one soul, but still, certainly adds a bit of stress to Oziligath. Panzergers there again, getting hammered by the Scots. This double Scot, the Panzergers, that lone squad is not going to do them a lot of good here. And right now, again, we see Oziligath really struggling with the double Scots. So, what he's going to do, we've got more bazookas here for Noob. Likely because he's anticipating, of course, there's going to be some kind of armor failure to the Scots, because that's really all that can threaten them. So, he's, of course, preparing ahead of time for that. Oh, mine spot as well here. Well, spotted, but certainly set off. More high explosives there being launched by this double Scots there. You can all see the ambulance now much back at home. Much safer position. I mean, one option, of course, Oziligath could go for besides the Panther would be like, Semovente or the M1340 Caro Amato. Of course, whether or not it's going to do that is an entirely different subject matter. And he can go for the Panther 3s, but arguably the others would be a bit cheaper. Scotsmen will keep rolling forwards here, getting shot at there by the flak feeling.
Our territory is in enemy hands.
This here, they're getting pummeled. And the flak feeling is just mostly bouncing off shots there off the frontal armor. So, Oziligath machine gun back control of his opponent. Calling in assault grenadiers.
Enemy forces have captured the victory point.
Could start calling in some momentum now. Doubt he will do it, but he could. Certainly against the double Scots again. There is that slight argumentation you might want to go for it, because Noob would be, I think, unprepared for the double bazooka, so while not impossible, even a bad idea, but certainly one he doesn't have to be, playing fairly carefully, because the bazooka teams can fairly well keep pace for the Scots. North here, though, catching in the American force under Noob here in a bit of a bad spot, with the BAR wielding, well, actually, assault grenades, there are no BARs yet here. Anti-tank grenade into regular grenade here. Scots rolling forwards. Will Noob go for the C8 buildable, or will he be using the Colin? Of course, a good question here. Oziligath is closing in on that Panzer 3 Model L here versus Noob. Quick bit of tear gas rounds there to mess up at least one of the Scots. Not perfect, but it is patched, providing him a bit of relief there. And we got a third Scot out here for Noob. Bold choice here, bold choice. To some extent, I do feel like this could arguably be overextending somewhat here. But it does also depend, like, how well Oziligath can actually punish this. Otherwise, it's obviously not an extension. Of course, the Panther 3 might just be it. Of course, you'll still need to deal with the bazooka teams. In particular, if Noob does go for the improved bazooka rockets, and that would increase the damage they do here to Oziligath's Panzer. Got the Semovente there as well. I mean, the paint you can still call in, of course, go for the M1340, which will, I imagine, still do quite well against the Scot.
Our fuel point is being neutralized by the enemy.
We will have to see. Yeah, triple Scot here out of Noob.
Panzer 3 is awaiting orders.
There we go, Panzer 3 Model L ready, and a fourth Scot. That's a lot of Scots. It's just a sign again, like, you know, with that other reason to be 2 messages, people starting to realize, hang on, the squad is actually like pretty damn great. This is just Nuke playing around. Because, you know, that's always a possibility in a game like Companies 3. But because it does open up for more like just non-meta strategies. But there you go, one bazooka team push back and get rid of the other one against Panther, kind of thinking fairly easy to go for the Scots. There we go, moving in here, going for the Scots. Good shot, though, it's 50mm gun there, hammering the Scot there. Bazooka team going for the Panther 3 here, looking to at least buy the Scots more time to get out of there.
Victory point under enemy control.
There you go, Bazooka team going for it. One rocket gets through. We got 412 as the M13, and there we go. We do get the improved M9 bazooka rockets for, well, better damage there. Southern Pawn's being seized here. And again, the way he's using the Scots also makes it very difficult for the Oziligath just to get onto that victory point, since again, 4 Scots can just hammer that into submission. Got the M1340, could also go for the strafing run here, so would not be surprised to actually intend to go for the M1340 just to get something with a bit more raw numbers against the Scots and maybe also the supporting bazooka teams. We'll of course have to see. Assault goes back into the 250 half track, Scots running forwards here. Great shot here from the Panther 3. What will Oziligath do here? I mean, theoretically, he could try with a flak 36 in a good position that could catch Noob off guard, maybe take out a Scot or 2 there. Not sure if it'll do it. I mean, it would actually be good, but it's a consideration. Okay, Scott's diving in there. Note the way Oziligath takes up more careful positioning because he is concerned about bazooka teams. So he goes into hard. The bazooka teams will have a field day with this Panther 3. He can go for M1340s now, but will he? Or is he going to wait for some full steel, you know, pact of steel to make them cheap, in which case, of course, he can go for a lot of them. He's just going to keep going for Panther 3s. Ralph's got the mode by the Panther 3 here, taking a lot of damage. Machine guns, main guns laying down. Scots moving forwards here, going for that Panther 3 here. Leading Scotland, taking a bit of damage here. Another Panther 3 for Oziligath. Bazooka team being met here with heavy fire from the flak field, which is already taking a lot of damage here. Nope, they're just going for the sledgehammer approach at this point.
Sector out of contact.
And once more, of course, Oziligath's armor will need repairs. There's here spawning the bazooka team here. If we actually get a bit closer, we can actually threaten retreat path with grenades here, if Oziligath remembers. There we go, he's going for it, or he's trying to. There we go! Double grenade here. Almost had a white. Got it. Yes, he got the white pig. Can he get the bazooka? Oh, will. Yeah, I think the Scots going to make too difficult here for Oziligath to get his hands on the bazooka. And Nuke gets it. Panther moving forwards here. Quickly using the, turning a corner, catching the Scots in the bad spot. We got our 5th Scot here, the out of Nuke. Lost the bazooka there. 2nd Panther there arriving. So at this point, pack of steel and then just a lot of cheap some Avengers or M1340s might be the best choice. 250 half track knocked out again by the sheer Scot swarm here out of Noob. Then please move forward, going for the Scots here. Charging in. He's only charging 1 Pentagon as the other 2 damaged. Grenade assault that launch Scots quick withdrawing here. And again, Pentagon, they need repairs. Ooh, straight into the swarm there. Plus another bazooka team here for Noob. He's clearly got a build, and he's focusing on it. He needs to fix that up. We got news how to work fix up the Scots, quickly them sorted out, and we got armored reserves here out of Oziligath, so he wants something bigger. Maybe Stooks to counter them, that could be an option. Panther 4. I think the Tiger tank's going to be a bit of a reach against all of them. So if they're going to, I think, bleed Oziligath too much if he tries that.
The Pact of Steel shall support our efforts here.
There we go. We do get Pact of Steel, like if something does need to like just churn out a lot of, you know, M1340s or whatnot. Nope, so far it's just not doing much else, just Scots and bazookas. Scots and bazookas.
Enemy forces have taken our territory. Report! Our enemy is on...
90 was 248 here. But it's got the fuel, I think, easy for say Stu calling. He just needs the manpower. And boom, bop's your uncle. That were Panzer IV. But the Stokes, I think, would just probably more raw firepower against the Scots. Again, we'll have to see what Oziligath's up. We've got Munition surplus out of Noob. And we got machine guns away to the Panzers. Moving forward, so at the same time, I think it's also being more cautious now with the 5, you know, the quintuple Aventus. Ring about and then just blasting everything. Okay, he ends up going for the M1340s anyway. Interesting. I mean, obviously, I imagine just Oziligath is like basically running a lot of, shall we say, simulations in the back of his head, trying to like figure out what might be the optimal counter to this. So, obviously, not a, shall we say, any sort of clear-cut answer because you just don't see a strategy like this nowadays. Like, this was much more common in the early days of CoH3. We'll have to see what he does here. He's flanking around here, though. Scots moving forward, to hack them with the Panther. There you go, flak moving in. Popping veterans one. Oh, there we go. Some hits for the side. Rear armor there. Panther moving in. Good push here by Oziligath. Definitely caught here. Him unprepared. Oh, the Panther are missing. No bazooka moving in. Ah, such a close call there. He almost had one of the Scots. He might still get one, but Noob there is definitely making it difficult. We got the bazooka team more on the way here. Others getting mauled. Dessier getting ripped apart here by heavy high explosive shelling. And the M1340 also providing a bit of pressure there. Scots diving in there. Could be open to the Panther 3s pushing in. Or another M1340 or just a good old-fashioned Semaventa. Still, Noob is struggling with map control. Due to this. Oziligath is controlling things reasonably well. There you go, M1340 scores a hit here. Another M1340 out there. It was an Italian medium tank, which at the start of the war was actually fairly solid. It's just it quickly fell off. And the problem was the Italian arms industry just couldn't really make a lot of them or just, you know, make replacements fast enough either. So there's sort of like, you know, some constraints there. And the sort of like more upgraded version of this one known as the M1542, which had a higher velocity version that would actually primarily serve with the Germans and, even more ironically, serve outside of Italy. There you go, Bazooka Swarm moving forwards here. Panther's being pushed in a tank from the north. Bazooka team moving in, assault is getting absolutely slammed there by the countless Scots here. Like, I think what Oziligath might want to do here basically is trying to launch a pincer maneuver with his tanks, like attacking from here and then from here, like swing in from angles where just Noob isn't quite expecting, and that way all trying to like make it harder for the Scots to escape, and then they're going to use infantry to keep the bazooka team also a bit pinned down. Obviously, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a fairly tough maneuver to execute compared to just, you know, moving about 5 to 4 Scots there, but these things are there. Go Scots running forwards here. Bring in the Italian tanks here. They'll probably want to repair one of them. Rifleman moving forwards here. Oziligath, I'm sure, feeling the pressure here out of his opponent. And there we go. We got field repairs to further just expedite repairs. Another bazooka team. It's only making it tougher here for Oziligath to counter this. Picking up the Italian tanks. And another bazooka team is almost done. He's going to give it 4 bazooka teams. There goes Scots just firing off everything they got there. But missing. Almost got the M1340 there ready. There we go. Scots there being caught by the Panzer III Model Ls. Fighting here for the northern victory point. And there you go. Bazooka teams just snapping away this since they got a new ability with this patch. But if they stand up for a certain amount of time, they get more range. Town tank setting up for something here. possibly a deeper flank there. He's going to attack the base instead. That's actually not a half bad idea. I'm not entirely sure I'd use Italian tanks for that, but it's only one way to catch, I think, Nupi off guard. We also got there the advanced logistics, smoke being deployed here. A half bad move. And now we got the Americans that rush into the base to respond to the Italian tanks pushing in there. Scots rushing in first. Panther Thieves, of course, not quite reacting to this. And here we see sort of moving into the path because it basically anticipates how Oziligath will move, that is, he's going to move back through here. This is actually a pretty safe assumption to make. Of course, had Oziligath been slightly cheeky, but he done is actually push forwards for the base, because that way, you know, he would have caught here as opponent off guard, because again, most people won't just naturally start withdrawing, so of course you predict that, you typically just catch them in a bad position. Typically, again, most people don't predict you just moving forwards. So, bit of the small bit of tactical advice. Another M1340 here out for Oziligath. Scots keep rolling that M1340 that's heavily damaged. Need to get it out of there. Panthers, we're not going to try and flank in again. We got the bazooka swarm moving forwards. As the Panthers aim to flank it. Oh, hit on mine. Great mining out there, of course, for Noob. Scots engaged with the Panther Thieves. We've got the flak feeling joining in. Bazooka swarm, they're moving forwards. Engaging the flak feeling and narrowly making out with that one alive. Really close call there for Oziligath. Scots moving for the Southern Infantry Forces. And the bazooka horde advances. Captain, they're going for the Panther Thieves. Spotting ahead for the bazooka swarming up. That's the area moving up. Italian tanks nearby could provide support as well against them. Oh dear. Yeah, bazooka swarm descending upon the Panther and absolutely nuking it. Bad news, of course, there, but that does mean now that the Scots are unsupported, but at the same time they're moving so fast here, they just Oziligath can't catch up with them, so it ends up not mattering. Really good moment there for Noob. Moved a critical asset there out of Oziligath's arsenal. Now he's pushing for as many victory points as he can at the same time, just going aggressively. Americans, they're based in the center. We've got mines down.
We have lost control of a victory point.
At least he's not bothering with the rest of the battle group, it seems. So how will Oziligath respond to this now that he's lost the Panther 3? More Italian steel or something else?
Territory sector lost.
And we got survival training as well here for Noob, of course, making his bazooka teams even tougher.
A fuel point is being
Plenty of players being popped there as well. Mines being laid down, of course, very good move there against Oziligath. There you go, small laying down mines here though. Bazooka teams, Scots, they're moving forwards, just unloading shots there. Massive range of bazookas, almost just taking out that M1340 there in one bullet. Now they change out there for Oziligath. Definitely needs more ways of repairing his tanks, so I think just having one Panzer Pioneer squad for this armor is just not going to cut it here for Oziligath, to be honest. Flak feeling there, ripping into them, pinning down one squad. Tank flank, but they're taking massive hits from the Scots as well there.
The enemy have claimed our sector.
And Scott knocked out by the M34 being charged by the shield on Scots. Grenades being chucked here. Really rough spot here for Oziligath at the moment. Assault gun here somehow dodging most of those hits. Somehow. And the Scots just keep withdrawing in the south here. We've got a few Italian squads. They're clearly not looking to mess with the Scots. We got the Panzer squad holding up here. Tanks in dynamic repairs. Again, here Oziligath with just one Panzer Pioneer squad. It's really starting to repair these at like any decent pace. This helps, and Nuke immensely, of course, we can easily repair his stuff with his multiple years. And, you know, field repairs. Whereas Oziligath just basically lacks any sort of assistance like that, and is effectively just relying on a single Panzer Pioneer squad to do most of the work. Scots quickly turning upon the next prey here. Like a flock of vultures.
Enemy down to proximity alarm near our victory point.
Got another Carro Armato here out of Oziligath. He's trying to repair the other ones he has and his Panzer 3. Got 294s, 96 here. Another bazooka team going up to 5 bazooka teams here.
Under enemy control.
We do also have the EC8 here's a call in, but something tells me at this point Nuke isn't particularly too concerned about that. Hard to work there with the M1340s. Not really a good spot to be in here for Oziligath.
Territory is now in enemy hands.
As here pushing southwards, there you go. He can further retreat path here as well. Captain being swept away there. Now the Scots ascend, swarming in there, guns blazing. Scots harding up, but they can't get crashed here as opposed to with no cavalry spotted and shot at. Bazooka horde advances. Need to focus this down. Of course, if Oziligath were to aim with his armor, just wrecking all the bazooka teams first. Lost the flag, feeling massive hit there. Great there. Scott from behind the base. Tanks moving in and catching bazooka teams there. He's charging in.
An Italian medium tank has been lost.
Lost an M1340 on top of the flag, feeling. Didn't get any of the bazooka teams either, nor any of the Scots. Just not great here for Oziligath. Grenades being chucked, but it's definitely dodged here. And the Scots just keep roaming. Keep consuming. Got the M30 flying away. They're not doing too much damage to them, to be honest. Withdrawing the quintuple Scott formation there. Got mine went off here. Panther Thieves still taking a massive amount of damage from the 5 Scots there. Just hammering away at it. And we got American force moving forwards again. Mines exploding. Bazooka chaps pushed off. And we got the Scot there going in hard. 143 versus 95. Grenade launch, Panther moving forwards, mines exploding, so many mines here out of Noob, which just makes it difficult for Oziligath to get aggressive against Noob Scots. Almost got one of the Scots here, almost. Almost got the Panther 2, we got the 10 tanks moving in here. Well, there you go, bazooka team to the rescue, and our M3040 immediately vanishes beneath a torrent of rockets. So we got the situation further deteriorating here in the face of these hyper-aggressive American tactics. Bazooka team being met here by the Villa Fiore. Another M1340 for Oziligath. Feels like he's kind of just out of ideas. He's just repeating the same idea, hoping that somehow eventually will break through with it, but just not sure about it at this point. Honestly, this momentum might actually make a bit more sense. Just, I don't know, even going for martyrs. Not martyrs. Actually get ripped apart, I think, with the Scots. South side again, more mines here out of Noob, and of course, as soon as he hears the mine goes off in the south, he sends in the Scots. We got the bazooka team basically forming a massive rocket blob that they need to just nukes the Panther 3 there. There's a they're in trouble.
We have 200 points remaining.
Panzer's there, also getting obliterated. At this point, just whatever it's got, just one shot's one top unit the other. If it's infantry, the Scots nuke it. If it's armor, the bazooka team nukes it. We do get the Italian tanks actually swarming the base here. Both maneuver here in a sense, though. Not going to be enough here to really do anything against all of this. And meanwhile, we got the sort of Scots and bazookas just wrecking the rest of Oziligath's base here. A couple of bazooka teams rushing in there, rushing back.
Proximity alarm near our fuel point.
174s 95.
Panzer Armee Command. compound is under duress.
Buildings are just being wrecked. Oziligath's hunting at the corner of his base, and we just got Nuke driving in further and further here. At this point, I think it's safe to say it is decidedly GG here. I have no idea how Oziligath might actually realistically win this. Another mine goes off.
We must act.
Might be able to take out a Scot here. Might be the operating word here. And there you go. Got one finally after losing so many tanks.
An Italian medium tank has been lost.
There you go. GG, game over. Is definitely GG here.
Territory overrun.
Scots rushing forwards. Remaining tank here for Oziligath against Noob's hordes. SGA spotting a scout team up north. We got Rasp on torch roll. We got 98 versus 95. Well, 95 versus 95. And fight keeps at it here. For some reason. Bit of smoke. Not that it really matters.
Our assault grenadiers have been killed.
And there you go. GG, game over. A loss for Oziligath. A victory for Noob. A brutal battle here, and I think it's only highlighting just again, you know, the power of the newly buffed bazooka teams. It feels like they just sort of kept slowly buffing them until, like, you know, get something they can just effectively get blow up with Scots, which obviously is a bait. Obviously, part of just, you know, critical mass, as mentioned there, like, you know, Noob was allowed to get it. Of course, if had Oziligath been able to disrupt that, this would have been significantly less strong. Like, had he just, I think, rushed for them 1340s hard or something like that, it probably would have been a lot harder for Nuke to really pull off this strategy. Obviously, he has Oziligath, like, you know, not entirely knowing the strategy, wasn't entirely sure how to deal with it. Obviously, maybe this is a lot less powerful once you know what's coming, can actually, like, counter it realistically. But on the other hand, I can also, you know, understand this is pretty bloody annoying to deal with. But either way, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Certainly something quite different. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it. This is Imperial Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for the next episode. Bye, everyone.